Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these two-tone scrunchies. I've chosen colors in particular to be festive for Christmas time. So it's a great scrap yarn project. It doesn't require too much yarn. So I've just grabbed some red and white yarn out of my yarn stash from previous projects. You just need any hair elastic. You can see that in there, just any hair tie. Okay, you're going to need a 5mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, darning needle, and a pair of scissors. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start by making our starting loops. You're just going to wrap the yarn around your finger and let it cross over like this. Pick up a little bit of that bottom piece and then just push some of that top bit through just to form a loop. Then you're going to grab your hair tie, put your hook through your hair tie, and then get the yarn on your hook. Okay. We're going to pull that through so that you're working around the hair tie and just make a chain one. Okay, now we're going to work 35 single crochets around our hair elastic. Okay, it's going to get snug, but we want it to be really full. So you're going to push your hook through the hair tie, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on your hook. Okay, we're going to do that again. Push your hook through the hair tie, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, so you're just going to go ahead and you're going to continue on making 35 single crochets all the way around. Okay, so go ahead and work those single crochets all the way around, 35 of them, and then come back. Okay, so now that you've gotten all the way around, I know that last handful of single crochets was probably really tricky. You're going to find that chain one space that you started your round with, and you're going to close with a slip stitch. You're just going to push your yarn into that chain one space, yarn over, and pull right through both loops on your hook. Okay, now we're going to chain two. And working only in the back loop all the way around. So we're not going to go into the stitch, we're going to go over the top of it, and we're going to only go into that back loop. Okay, we're going to work 2 double crochets into every single back loop all the way around. All right, so you're going to yarn over, push your hook into the back loop, yarn over, and pull up a loop. So you've now got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, and pull through the next 2. Okay, we're going to do another one in that same back loop. So yarn over your hook, push it through the back loop, the same one that you just did, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through the next 2 loops on your hook. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and continue working a double crochet into the back loop of every single stitch all the way around. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more with you. All right, so that was 2 in that same back loop there. So we're going to move on to the next one. Yarn over, push your hook in the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and work your double crochet. Okay. So just keep on going, working your 2 double crochets into the back loop of every single stitch all the way around, and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished that round, you can start to see your scrunchie taking shape. You're going to go ahead and close this round with a slip stitch in the top of that chain 2 space. So here's your chain 1, chain 2. You're just going to push your hook in the top of that chain 2. And you're going to yarn over and pull right through both loops on your hook to fasten it off. Pull up just a little bit, grab your scissors, fasten it off, and pull the rest through. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach our next color. In my case, it's red that I'm using. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at see where you fastened off, right in the top of that chain 2 space. So you're going to want to reattach your yarn right in the base of where that chain 2 space was. Okay, so you're just going to want to push your hook. Now you could just go straight into your loop here. I just like to kind of wrap it through to really make it secure, so it's almost like I'm doing a little bit of a front post there, getting into it. See that right where that base is of my yarn. Okay, I'm going to put that down for a moment. You're going to grab your other color, make your starting loop, get it onto your hook. Okay, pull that through and you're going to chain 2. Okay, now we're going to turn our work because we just worked into the back loops of all those stitches all the way around. We're now going to be working into those front loops. So we want to turn our work and go back around the other direction now. And we're going to be working 2 double crochets into those front loops of every single stitch all the way around. And so we're going to yarn over, you're going to push your hook right into that front loop there, the first front loop. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and you're going to work your regular double crochets. Sorry. 2 of them into every single front loop all the way around. So it's like a double ruffle. I do have, this is my regular double ruffle pattern, but I love the festive element of doing it the red and white. You could do red and green, white and green, whatever your festive colors are. So go ahead and continue on working 2 double crochets into every single front loop all the way around and then come back. Okay, so now that you're back at the beginning, you're going to find the top of that chain 2 space and you're going to close with a slip stitch into the top of that chain 2. Okay, pull a little bit up, grab your scissors and fasten it off. Okay, and there you have your double ruffle, 2-tone, festive Christmas scrunchie. Now what you're going to do is take your yarn needle, because those little tail ends, of course, that's not looking so nice there. You're just going to thread your yarn needle. Okay. And just go in and out of a couple of stitches just to hide that. And I like to go down right in there. Okay. And to make sure it's really secure, because obviously, you know, scrunchies are getting pulled and stretched all the time. When I do my last little, like weaving it into a stitch, I leave a little loop and go through. So you kind of knot it in there. And then you're just going to fasten that off. And it just blends right in. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do that with your other tail ends. And then you're done. I hope you've enjoyed this pattern. Thank you so much for watching. Please have a look at the helpful links in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.